What is up, everyone? Today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A here on YouTube, all about your questions about dropshipping or making money online. I've done like hundreds of these. I don't know why I just messed up the intro. But today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about dropshipping, making money online, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, whatever it is you guys want to ask me questions about. This is your hour or so where you can ask me anything. I'll do my best to answer those questions for you. Primarily on this channel, we talk a lot about drop shipping, but we also talk about other ways to make money online, whether that's crypto or NFTs. So if you have any questions about any of that stuff, feel free to ask them. I do these every single Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, 2 p.m. Mountain time. So come ask your question in the live chat early, and that gets the best chance of me being able to answer your question. So let's jump into the chat, see who's here. If you are here, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, say hi, and ask your question. All right, so Kevin says, what are the requirements for drop shipping in the metaverse? So Kevin, I just released a video Sunday, which I think is what you are referring to. In that video, I talk about what I think dropshipping is going to look like in the metaverse. Now, this is kind of a theoretical video about what I predict things are going to be like once the metaverse is really around. As of right now, dropshipping in the metaverse, I haven't found a way to actually do that practically, but I think that's coming in the future. I think it will definitely be a possibility in the future, and I'll definitely be trying it out once that opportunity comes, because it will be coming, I think, sooner than we think. So definitely check out that video. I released it a few days ago. It's a really fun video, and you might get some ideas about what's coming up in the future. What is up? How's Long Island? How you doing? Thanks for reminders. Can you teach us cash on delivery, please? So cash on delivery is a term that's used when you are purchasing items and you only get charged for them once the item is actually delivered. For what we do, it doesn't really apply. When you're purchasing items from your suppliers, there's really two suppliers you're going to be using. The first, the simplest one, the most basic, what a lot of people start with is retail dropshipping. So that's when you are selling items on marketplaces like eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, and then once they sell, you then purchase them from other websites like Amazon.com, Walmart.com, HomeDepot.com. And when you do that, then those suppliers then ship the items directly to the customers. Now with that method, of course, you get charged as soon as you place the order. You are going to put in your credit card information, put in your details for the billing address, but for the shipping address, you are going to use your customer's shipping address. That's how the supplier will know where to ship it to. But you'll be charged right away for that item. And with wholesale dropshipping, which is the other kind, instead of going to a retail supplier, you are actually contacting a wholesale supplier or distributor, and they are going to ship the items to the customers. Now, some of them do have cash on delivery, or they'll extend credit to you. I don't think that's the smartest way to do it for us drop shippers. I think it's a lot better to get a good cashback credit card and just put it on your credit card. And that's I think the simplest, most straightforward way to do it, and what a lot of them prefer anyway that you do. So for what we do, cash on delivery is just not going to apply. Umar says, what's the best tips that I have for Facebook dropshipping? The best tip that I have is you got to realize that with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, it is very, very simple to start. All you're doing is listing up products for sale on Facebook Marketplace, which if you already have a Facebook account, you already have a Facebook Marketplace account. It's free. You don't have to even sign up for anything else. It's already there in your Facebook.com account. And so it's a little bit deceptively simple. And I say that because the complex part is understanding how Facebook Marketplace works and what items you need to be selling. So I really think you need to master and get good at product research. Above all else, that is what you want to master. You want to be able to go in and see what products people are actually buying right now so that you could sell those same products yourself onto Facebook Marketplace. That is the best tip that I have for you. Master product research. Once you have those products, then you need to learn how to create an optimized listing that's going to result in the greatest number of sales. So I'm talking about things like optimizing your titles so they're full of keywords that people are actually going to be searching for, making a main image that is highly desirable and that's going to catch people's eyes so that it increases the chances that they'll click on your listing and actually purchase it from you. Those are the things that I think, above all, you really have to nail down and what most people don't do. Like I said, Facebook Marketplace, in a way, a lot of it is very simple, right? All the back end part, setting up the store, adding products, all that stuff is simple, but you got to have in the skill that you have to develop. Primarily, that means product research and title optimization, because that's really what's going to separate people who never make any sales from people who are really, really successful with it. Carlos says, hey man, if you were starting dropshipping today and only had money and time to invest in one of your courses for now, which one would it be? eBay or Facebook, and why? Good question, Carlos. I get this question all the time, and I'll definitely be making a video in the next few weeks with a much more in-depth explanation about this. But my short answer is, for right now, I'd be focused on Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. I think, hold on a second. Hey guys, quiet. I'm in charge of the two dogs today. So they feel like they bark every single week. eBay is still an incredible opportunity. It has been around so long that it really gives me conviction that it's going to continue to be around going forward. And because dropshipping on eBay has been around for so long, pretty much since the beginning, then I, again, have conviction that eBay dropshipping is going to be around for a long time as well. So I enjoy eBay for that reason. It has the sustainability, it has the long-term, I wouldn't use the word guarantee, nothing's guaranteed, but you get the idea, right? With Facebook, and the other benefit of eBay is because it's been around so long, we have a lot of tools that have been developed that work with eBay. There's a great community of dropshippers behind there, so there's a lot of support there as well. Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, it's new. We don't know where it's going. We don't know if it will be around in a few years. I think it will. I think in some iteration it will be around in a few years, but it just doesn't have that strength and the conviction that we have in eBay dropshipping. With that said, again, I still think it's going to be around in a few years. And with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, because it's so new and so untapped and so unknown at this point, and there's so many people that are buying on Facebook Marketplace, it is such a hot opportunity. I mean, we're listing up items for sale. They're selling quickly on Facebook Marketplace with really good margins. It's like what eBay was way back in the day, and the fees are super low on Facebook Marketplace as well. I think it's an incredible opportunity right now, which is why I spent like the last year just talking so much about it and trying to teach as many of you guys about it as possible, because not everyone listens to me. Even though I tell you guys about it, not everyone does it. And so that those who are doing it are really seeing incredible results with it, with really good margins. I think it's really a great place to start, especially because it's so beginner friendly. You don't have a lot of the kind of hurdles that you would with Amazon. I would say eBay and Facebook are, in terms of beginner friendly, they're both just as beginner friendly, but Facebook kind of has a benefit right now of just having such good velocity and such good margins on there that I think it's a great place to start for beginners. You can't, especially with Facebook Marketplace, because it's so simple, you can't really mess up too bad. And if you do, it's not huge repercussions. You can get your account back and all that stuff. So yeah, I would go for Facebook Marketplace for sure. My pleasure. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your time joining us today. How many items do you think is ideal to have up for the first month? How many items a day to upload is ideal? This depends on a lot. Depends on a lot of factors, such as how old is your account? what types of items you're selling, if you're doing drop shipping or something else, what marketplace you're selling on. So I'm going to guess here. I'm going to say you're doing drop shipping. You're selling on, well, even if it's eBay, Amazon, or Facebook Marketplace, I would always give the same advice. Scale slowly. We don't want to be rushing out of the gate, listing up a ton of items really fast. That's something that marketplaces don't really like. So we like to see a nice, steady growth in the number of listings. So start out slow, build up every single day, but don't just come out the gate rushing right away. I'd say 5 items your first day, 5 items the next day. You can kind of move at that pace, and you'll see quickly you will add a lot of items with that sort of schedule. Hey, Paul, if you say as drop shippers, I'm not 100% certain what your question is. But I'll try to guess that you're asking me what you need to really set up and get going with drop shipping. That depends on what type of drop shipping you want to do and where you want to do it. Let's just say you do want to do Facebook Marketplace drop shipping. We'll start with that because it is so simple. And we're with Facebook Marketplace drop shipping, we're pretty much using retail suppliers. That's what I use. That's what I recommend. There's nothing against it in the rules with Facebook. They totally allow retail drop shipping. And I think it's just a very, very simple way to start for beginners. By the way, guys, I do want to let you know I do have a course that teaches how to do Facebook Marketplace drop shipping. It is currently closed for enrollment, but I'm opening it back up in March. I don't have the exact date. It will be later in March just because there's some things happening earlier in March. But yeah, if you want to get on the wait list for that, down below in the description is a free Facebook Marketplace dropshipping ebook. Sign up for that, get that, and that will also get you on the wait list. So you'll be the first to know as soon as I open up the Facebook course and have the exact date for about mid-March for that. So yeah, what do you need to start something like Facebook Marketplace dropshipping? Not much, to be honest. If you have a Facebook account, you have that already. And with that, you can sell on Facebook Marketplace. So you don't have to sign up for like facebookmarketplace.com or anything like that. It's just you log into Facebook. You might not even know it's there, but there'll be a little marketplace symbol. You can click there. You can see items that are for sale on Facebook Marketplace. You can buy those items and you can list up items yourself. So you have a Facebook account already. Now you might be thinking you want to start a new Facebook account that you just do Facebook dropshipping on. I wouldn't advise that you do that. Facebook likes older aged accounts. So if you have one of those that you've been using just to kind of keep up with friends and family for years, that's the one that you should go with. That's going to give you some benefits that you're not going to get on a brand new Facebook account. So start with that. You have that. Creating a listing on there is free. You don't need to sign up for anything else. So the next thing you need is to find out what your suppliers are going to use, what suppliers you're going to use. Again, I would start with retail suppliers. You can easily dropship from Walmart.com. Amazon.com is okay to dropship from, some challenges there. So just stick with Walmart for now. It's very, very beginner friendly. So just set up a Walmart.com account. That's free to do. You don't need to pay for the Walmart Plus program. That's not going to work for dropshipping. So you have a free Facebook account, a free Walmart account, get a good cashback credit card, and then you're going to do product research. You're going to learn which products are going to sell well on Facebook Marketplace from Walmart. You're going to find those items, and then you're going to list them for sale onto Facebook Marketplace. Now, what I recommend for that is you want 2 things. You want a software that will help you quickly list items from Walmart onto Facebook Marketplace. Now, shameless plug right here, I have a Chrome extension that my team developed specifically to do this. So what it does is, let's say you have a listing you found an item on Walmart, it will copy all the information from Walmart and paste it into a new listing on Facebook Marketplace just with one click. So you don't have to copy and paste everything, including the photos over. It's all done automatically, and it also increase the price of the item as well. So the Chrome extension will do that. I have that Chrome extension linked up down below if you want to check it out. That is a monthly fee to pay for that. And then you will sell the item. You get an address from Facebook. You turn around, you just go into Walmart, you add that item to your cart. During the checkout, you enter in your credit card information, you enter in your billing address, and then for the shipping address, which is separate, different, you're going to enter in the shipping address you got from Facebook for the customer. And then the item will be sent from Walmart to your customer. So another question I get is, how is the money paid through Facebook? Well, it's just done through Facebook. It's not like you have to do it through PayPal or something like that. The buyer pays you on Facebook, and then Facebook will send that money after the item's been delivered directly to your bank account. So as you see, you don't really need much here. Again, just to recap this, you have a Facebook account already, sign up for a free Walmart account, and then just get the Chrome extension and the software. And then all you have to do is find items, use the Chrome extension to list it on the Facebook Marketplace. And then once it sells, you just buy it from Walmart and Walmart will ship it directly to your customer. And that's all it is to it. Again, the tricky part here, the reason this is deceptively simple is because, you have to learn how to do the product research. You have to learn how to do the listings correctly and how to, use the software correctly. But in a nutshell, that's how it works. I want to start doing some affiliate marketing. Any advice? Thank you. Affiliate marketing is a great way to earn some extra income. At first, it will be not passive, but it can ultimately become passive. I make a good amount of money being an affiliate marketer for different products that I believe in. And that's really the key. That's kind of the best advice I can give you is don't try to sell a product that you don't believe in. Now, if you guys don't know what affiliate marketing is, that's when you recommend someone else's product that you don't actually own. So a lot of times I'll say down below, hey guys, check out, what do I have down below? Like AutoDS, my affiliate link. I don't own AutoDS. I'm not associated with them besides just, I'm friendly with the owners and I'm in contact with them a lot to help them improve their product because I use it personally, but I'm not like a shareholder in the company, so to speak, right? But anytime someone uses my affiliate link and someone signs up for AutoDS through that affiliate link, I get a small commission for that. That is what affiliate marketing is. So my best advice is only advertise, so to speak, only recommend products or services that you actually use and like. I would never recommend something to you guys that I don't personally use or like, because that's not good karma, first of all. And second of all, if you then use that and have a terrible experience, then you're never going to trust me ever again. And I just don't want to be like that. I'm trying to teach you guys what I actually do and what actually works. So I only recommend products that personally I use and love. And that's worked out well for me because then those products, I make a good commission off of it and I can continue to recommend it and make some good affiliate commission off of it. So that'd be my number one advice. Just stick to things that you actually use and love, but also then build up some sort of reputation and some sort of kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like notoriety somewhere so that people trust you, right? Whether that's a YouTube channel or a Twitter account that you grow or an Instagram account that you grow, whatever it is, people have to come to you and see you as an expert somewhere so they begin to trust you. And then you can recommend these different products and be an affiliate for these different products. Or you can just start small, right? You can just say to your friends, hey, I just joined this course and I really love it. Anyone who joins any of my dropshipping courses, they are instantly able to become an affiliate for it. So if you join one of my dropshipping courses and you really love it and you want to recommend it to a friend or family member, you can say, hey, I just took this course. I love it. I'm making money from it. If you want to sign up, here's a link. Here's my affiliate link. I'll get a small commission for it, but I would recommend it to you anyway. And that's a good place to start as well. Mohammed says, can anybody start dropshipping successfully without being your student? Yeah, they can. I mean, all the information that I give in my courses, a lot of it is available publicly, right? You could find a lot of this information on YouTube, in blogs, on different people's Instagrams, on Twitter, wherever, and you bring it all together. And yeah, you could probably get all the information in the course. But the course really is a step-by-step, up-to-date guide. All that information that you pull from these different YouTube channels, from these different people, a lot of it's going to be out of date, and a lot of it's going to conflict, right? Some people will say do this, some people will say do this, and those two things will kind of like not work together. Because you're getting like one piece from up here, one piece from down here, and it just doesn't fit together right. So that's why the course is really designed step by step. It's all up to date, and it's really a shortcut. I learned this all on my own. I did take, let me take a step back. I did take a course when I first started, but that course was really out of date. So I got like the bare basics, the bare minimum that I needed to like get started with eBay dropshipping, but it wasn't enough to be successful. I had to learn a lot of it on my own by piecing together different information I learned from different people, and a ton of trial and error, like months of trial and error that cost me a lot of money. But I did figure it out, and now I'm giving you guys a shortcut. So instead of you having to figure it out, bring it all together yourself to guess and do some trial and error for the step-by-step, I give you the shortcut. I give you the step-by-step, which is what I've always wanted in courses. I don't like super long courses that take forever to finish. Those don't make any sense to me. I want to give you guys the shortcut, the simple way to get from not knowing anything about dropshipping to having a successful dropshipping store. Could you do it on your own? Absolutely. People do it all the time. But I think it's going to be much faster if you take a course. All right. Next question about eBay selling limits. I just started eBay dropshipping. It's going okay, but I have one issue, which is eBay selling limits. Any tips on how to get higher selling limits? Thanks. Selling limits stink. It's antiquated. It doesn't make any sense. But eBay has it. So what these are, if you guys aren't familiar, is eBay, when you start selling, they're going to tell you, hey guys, or hey, you are allowed to sell on eBay, but you're only allowed to list up and sell 10 items per month. Now, that's not a lot, but sometimes they give you a limit of only 10. So that stinks. I started out with a low limit. So just realize that every seller that you see on eBay, they all had to deal with a limit. We all still have limits on eBay, but we all have to deal with low limits at some point. What happens though, as time goes on, our limits grow and grow and grow. So you have to just come in with that mindset. It can really be frustrating when you only have like a listing limit of 10, but you just have to realize that with patience, it will grow, just like it did for every other successful eBay seller and dropshipper that you see out there who's dropshipping on eBay, So what do? Well, first, have faith. Second, you have to max out the limits that you have. So if you have a listing limit of 10, list up 10 and try to sell as many of those as you can by selling cheaper items at pretty much break even or just a little bit of profit. Now, we're all in this to make money. We want to make money with drop shipping, but the best way to make money long term is to kind of sacrifice the short term. You want to just concentrate your first few months on building up the store, showing eBay that you are a legitimate seller who can fulfill orders, get customers their orders, and make them happy. So you have to just get the ball rolling. And the easiest way to get the ball rolling is to just sell cheaper items. They will sell faster. So list up 10 cheap items, sell them, as many of them as you can, and then call up eBay and say, hey, I'm selling really well. Can you double my limits? Usually they will double your limits, and they'll double your limits every single month. They'll only do it once every 30 days. So at first it will feel slow, but then very quickly that will just exponentially grow. So that is the best advice you can get for limits on eBay. Pedro says, what do you say to item characteristics on eBay? Do they matter, or are they just a waste of time? So there are some item specifics on eBay. So back up. When you're listing items on eBay, you're going to enter in the usual information, right? The title, photos of the items, a description, but they're also going to ask for, what's the word? I just said it. Item specifics. They're going to ask for item specifics. So they'll have like a box that says, okay, what is let's say you're selling a bookshelf. What is the number of shelves? Another one will say, what is the height? What is the width? So you have to specifically enter in that box only that information, only the number of shelves, only the height, only the width, only the length. And that eBay wants because they find that it's easier for customers to find the right items with that information. Kind of a pain. That's what they want. So some of these item specifics are required. The required ones, do them. They're required. Spend the time to do that. The rest of them, they'll give you some optional ones. There's usually a lot. I think they're a waste of time. I think it takes too much time to list all of them out. So I always just skip them. And I just put any information that we do have in the description and call it a day. That's what I think. If you have an item that's doing really well, then hey, maybe go back and edit that item and do put in some more of those item specifics. So maybe get even more sales for that. That's kind of a good technique just in general when it comes to listing items. Don't spend too much time on a single listing. Especially if you have a bigger store already, don't spend too much time on a single listing. It's just not going to be worth it. Instead, just concentrate on finding the next best item through product research and listing up some more items. But if an item starts to do well or starts to get some traction, then you can say, I wonder how much better this item would do if I go in and edit it to give it even more information that people would be looking for. So like, what happens if I go in and add more of those item specifics? What if I change the title and make it even better? Different things like that could help it even more than it's already doing. Jackson says, eBay says you're not allowed to drop ship and that you need to actually have the inventory in possession. That's not actually true, Jackson. The rule on eBay is that you are allowed to drop ship, but wholesale drop shipping is what's allowed. Retail drop shipping is technically not allowed. We talked earlier about the difference between the two. Retail, when you're buying from like Walmart.com, HomeDepot.com, Amazon.com, and wholesale is when you're actually buying from a wholesale supplier or wholesale distributor. So again, wholesale is allowed. Retail is technically not allowed. So the safest thing to do is just go with wholesale. This is something I teach in my eBay course. In my eBay course, I teach you how to do both so you can make the decision for yourself. That's kind of a do your own research, make the best decision for you kind of thing. But I've been saying more and more that we should be moving towards wholesale because it is allowed. So I do teach that in the course, but I give the option for retail dropshipping as well for a reason. And that reason is because retail dropshipping still works. People are still making money with it. It's still very, very simple. One of the great benefits of retail is that it's very easy to pivot. eBay doesn't actually shut down accounts just for doing retail dropshipping. They'll shut you down for other reasons, but not just for that. But they can penalize you if they figure out that you're doing it by lowering you in the search results. But again, that's something that you can overcome that handicap because retail dropshipping is so simple and so scalable that even if they lower you in the search results, which they haven't actually been doing all that much lately, you can still overcome that handicap just by listing up more items, which is very easy to do with retail dropshipping and not as easy to do with like wholesale. Again, with that said, you want to stick to the rules, you can go ahead and just do wholesale dropshipping, which is totally allowed on eBay. Tyler says, what's your opinion on using customer review images as the main image for Facebook and or eBay? Oh, good question. So customer review images, what is Tyler talking about here? If you go into some websites like Home Depot, Walmart used to do this and it looks like they stopped doing this, but Home Depot still has them where you go on let me show you guys. No, it'll take too long. They'll have the images, right? The stock images that are obviously professionally taken. But if you go to the review section, there'll also be images. You can see this on Amazon. Better example, Amazon. You go to review section and you'll see review images of the items, right? Where people took a picture of what they received and uploaded it as part of their review. A really good strategy is to use those review images in your listing. So instead of just listing up your item with the main stock images, you also upload some of those review images. Why? Number of reasons. First of all, it helps your listing stand out because now when someone comes in, they're not only going to see the stock images, they're going to see more images. They're going to see, they're also going to see the review images, which most of the other listings don't have because most people aren't doing that. And it also helps make your listing maybe look like it's more of like a person who's uploading it instead of just like stock images. Now, I've always done those as extra images. I've never uploaded a review image as a main image. So to be honest, I haven't tested this, and I like to test things. I like to really have like data to know what happens. So I don't know, Tyler. My gut is telling me it's usually not a good idea to make a review image my main image because they're not like professionally done photos. They'll help as part of like all the photos, but for a main one, I want a nice, clean, crisp image, which you usually don't get with a customer review image. So I would avoid it, but you could try it out and kind of see what the results are. It's very easy to do on Facebook. To do that with eBay, it's going to be harder because you can't upload the same product twice on eBay. Oh, that's right. Just in time. You moved out just in time. I'm loving Colorado, but I do kind of wish I had some of that Florida warmth right now. It is currently 9 degrees. It says the low today is -0. I'm not sure how it could be -0, but that's what it says. So it's a cold, cold day. We're supposed to get a lot of snow. How can I increase my limits on eBay? They only gave me 1,000. Yeah, same thing I talked about before. I answered this earlier. I do have some other kind of tips inside my course that have been really helpful, but just review what I talked about earlier in this video, and that should help you out somewhat. George says, what quantity should I put for my eBay listings? Good question. There's a few things you want to consider when it comes to listing quantity. So when you list an item on eBay, you can put there how many of that item you have. Do you have one? Do you have 100 of them? There's a lot you got to consider here. So first thing you have to consider is probably in the beginning, the most important thing is what are your limits? If you only have a limit of 10 items, then just keep your quantity for each of those items at 1, because the higher the quantity, the more it's going to take away from your limits. So just keep your limits at 1 in the beginning because of your listing limits. If the item sells, you can then raise the limit back up. So that's the first thing you should consider. Second thing you should consider is how many are in stock with your supplier. Now, if you're working with a wholesale supplier, they'll know how many are in stock. If they say, hey, we have 500 of these, then you could put a higher limit. I never go more than 5. I don't think I've ever gone a limit of more than 5 before. No, I don't think I have. But yeah, so personally, I don't really have a good reason for that. If you know your supplier has 500 of them, you could put a higher limit. I've just never done more than 5. So that's my rule of thumb for some reason. So so you could put a higher limit if you know that. But if you're working with retail suppliers, you never really know how many they have in stock. And with retail suppliers, they can sell out much faster than a wholesale supplier would. So you want to keep that in mind as well. So that's why I tell a lot of beginners, just keep your quantity at 1. 1 because of your limits, 1 because if your supplier runs out of stock, then you've only sold 1 of them and you only have a problem with 1 order. You don't have like 5 orders that you now have to scramble to find a solution for. So that is why I recommend 1 for a lot of people. Another reason to put 1 is there's an argument that it creates scarcity, right? If I'm looking at a product for sale and I see there's only 1 left and I'm kind of on the fence, that might push me over the fence, right? In the buying side of the fence to tell me, hey, look, There's only one left. If I want to buy it, I better get it before someone else does. Scarcity. So I would buy it for that. There are arguments to be made for having a higher quantity limit, right? If it's an item that people might want to purchase multiple of, well, then you have to have the higher quantity for them to do that. Like, let's say you're selling a bedside table. People will a lot of times buy 2 bedside tables, one for either side of their bed, so they match. If you only have one, they might skip your listing and go to a listing that has a quantity of 2, so they can purchase 2 from that seller. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Again, I wouldn't really play with limits with quantity until you have higher limits. But once you have higher limits, try raising your quantity up as high as 5 is what my recommendation would be. I'm doing well, Mary. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so again, you should never move too quickly, Dawn. You should never list up too many products for sale. It just raises red flags with the supplier, and it's something I would just avoid doing. So scale up nice and slowly. Hey, I'm looking to automate my store. Do you recommend any software to do that? What marketplace are you selling on? It really depends what marketplace you're selling on. So let me know what that is, and then I'll be able to answer that question. All right, Brenda. I don't know if you guys can hear the chorus of dogs barking in the background. Quiet. Let's see something outside. Hi, Paul. I was able to get my Facebook shop approved. Woohoo! Awesome. Thanks to your course. Okay. But now I can't get my shipping policy to work. I've hit a roadblock, feeling defeated. How do you power through roadblocks? First of all, Brenda, congrats on getting your Facebook shop approved. That is a huge milestone right there. Most people don't get their Facebook shop approved because they don't know how. They give up way too early. You're in the course, so you figured it out. You got it to work. So that's awesome. Congratulations. And you should be celebrating that even though you're not all the way there yet. So that's something that's going to keep you motivated. Don't forget to celebrate the wins, because if all you concentrate on are the roadblocks, you're going to feel defeated because you're not taking the time to celebrate your wins. I'm immensely guilty of this. I've had so many successes, and then the success happens. Even it's something I've been working my way up to for so long. Success comes, and I don't even take a second to enjoy it. I'm like, okay, what's next? What do I need to do next? You got to celebrate the wins, and that's going to help you a lot along the way. And then send messages in the community. Okay, the community that's around, anyone who joins my course gets access to a private forum where they can ask questions and get support. Post up in there, Brenda, because we're here to help you. We're gonna help you with this shipping policy. So ask your question in there. If you have screenshots like saying, "Oh, this looks weird," take a screenshot of that. That's really helpful as well. So we'll be able to help you in there. Right. Here we go. You anticipated my question. I'm looking to automate my eBay store as I dropship from Amazon. Do you recommend any software to do so? Thanks. Yeah, so first of all, I do not recommend you dropship from Amazon to eBay. Remember, I said before, retail dropshipping is technically not allowed on eBay. And one of the big reasons for that is because eBay really hates Amazon, see them as their main competition. So they don't want eBay sellers giving Amazon money by dropshipping from Amazon to eBay. So that's kind of like drives them nuts. So if they catch you doing Amazon to eBay dropshipping, that's the greatest chance of you kind of getting in trouble and them lower you in the search results. Again, that's not happening as much lately. It used to happen more. We're seeing a lot more people doing like Amazon to eBay dropshipping or retail dropshipping without any repercussions at all. Something they've kind of, pulled back on quite a bit. I still don't recommend that you do it, but I know a lot of people are. So if you're going to do Amazon to eBay dropshipping, and again, I'll say one more thing about this before I actually answer the question. And again, I know a lot of people who are doing this very, very successfully. There's another YouTuber, Dropship King, and he's doing pretty much just Amazon to eBay dropshipping and crushing it with it. So it is, again, totally possible to do Amazon to eBay dropshipping successfully. If you're looking to do that, a software that you should really look at is called AutoDS. My affiliate link is down below for you to check that out. So check out AutoDS because you can sign up. If you're going to do Amazon to eBay dropshipping, I would go the full automation version of AutoDS. You might as well. And then everything will be fully automated for you. So check it out. George says, if my product isn't selling, should I lower the price and raise the shipping? You could try it, man. Usually if an item isn't selling for me, George, after a month, I just delete it. If it comes back on our radar, I'll list it up again, but usually we just delete it from our store if it's not selling at all. But yeah, when I was newer and I had less items, more time, then I would spend more time kind of optimizing my listings, so to speak. So if a product wasn't selling, I would try lowering the price. I would try changing the title. I would try moving around the main image and seeing what would work and kind of stimulate those sales. So it's definitely worth a try. Yeah, I did say this already. Listing from anywhere into any of these marketplaces, make sure you go slowly with it. How to search for trending products, says Umar. So this is something that I have a whole video about. So down below, it should say like a free eBay dropshipping webinar or something like that. Check that out because in that video, I talk about how to actually do product research for eBay. It's a free training that I did in the past, but it's recorded. The video is probably maybe like a year old at this point, but I rewatched it recently and it's all totally relevant. So I would check that out. Sanjana says, what was your reaction when you made your first sale? Happiest moment, right? It was a like outer body experience, like mind blowing. It was unbelievable. So this is what happened. I've been trying to make money online for months. And I tried Shopify, Amazon, niche websites, all this different stuff. It wasn't making any money, any sales, nothing. It's wasting a lot of money. So then I found this weird thing called eBay dropshipping, heard about it on the podcast, dove right into it, and I started listing up products for sale. The next day, this was like a Sunday, I believe, or something like that. I was at home when I was doing it all. But then I had the eBay app on my phone. I went to work. I was working in Manhattan. I was an attorney back then. And we'll go through the workday. I had my lunch break. So I'm sitting at my desk, eating my lunch, I had the phone there. This was in January. And all of a sudden I hear a noise. My phone vibrates. And I look at it, pick up my phone, and I see the eBay notification. You made a sale. And I was in my office, like surrounded by all my coworkers. So I couldn't like celebrate. But in my head, I was like, yes, 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 yes. Like it was unbelievable. And I knew that was a life-changing moment. Because I knew that if I could sell an item once, I could sell another item and another item and another item and another item. And the rest is history. I mean, it's just incredible to see what happened from that moment to now and just how much my life has changed. How many opportunities becoming an entrepreneur and starting my own businesses has started for me. It's mind-blowing. It's so crazy to think about. Do you have a link for your Facebook course? Dawn, the course is not open for enrollment. I only open it up a couple of times a year. I am opening up mid-March. So what you want to do is down in the description, there's a free Facebook Marketplace ebook. Download that ebook, you'll have to enter in your email to get it. And then you'll be on the wait list for the course. And I'll email you as soon as it opens up so that you can grab a spot before they all fill up. Is it hard to get one product sold 100 times? Is it rare? So the interesting thing is I feel like it's hard to, I'm talking about eBay here. It's hard to sell an item once, but then once you sell an item once, it's usually going to sell a few other times. Now, if you can get it to the point where it's sold like 15, 20 times, then it will probably sell 100 times. It's kind of like the pattern that I've seen. So that's why this is such like a passive form of income. Once you get enough of those products that just start like selling like crazy, you get enough of those in your store, it really compounds. And that's really where you can start to build up that passive income as you get more of those products listed and they just start to sell, even though you don't have to put in more work. You don't have to go out and find those products again or relist them again. They're already there in your store. You've already listed them up and they're just going to sell. I feel like I've been moving further and further from the mic. They're going to sell over and over and over again. Minimum investment for dropshipping on Facebook. You really only need a few $100s. Do that, start with that. And then as your income builds up, you'll be able to grow from there. But the better plan is just to have a good cashback or points credit card that you can use. Hi, Paul. Do you intend on hiring your first VA on your course? I do have that. So if you join my eBay course, which is my cheapest course, it's always open for enrollment. There are no lessons in there on virtual assistants, but you can purchase a second course, like a companion course that does teach you how to hire and train virtual assistants. So when you join the eBay course, there's an option to buy that virtual assistant course with it. And I separate those on purpose so I can keep the eBay course as cheap as possible. If you join the Facebook Marketplace Dropshipping course, it comes with a mini course built into it all about how to hire and train virtual assistants. So that comes with the Facebook course. Again, that will be open for enrollment in March. Can I make $10,000 per month doing this? I think you can make $10,000 a month doing anything, but you have to be patient. Like, it's going to take time to build it up. I was able to do this within my first year, though, of dropshipping. Yeah, I mean, I did talk about this. I mean, total respect for saying this. Jorge says, it would be prudent to advise anyone who decides to use retail suppliers some of the drawbacks and caveats of using them, why it might be better in the long run to wean away from it. Wean away from, by the way, in my honest opinion. Not total respect, man. I get it. And I try to make that clear to people. There are drawbacks of retail, but there are drawbacks of wholesale as well. Retail, some of the drawbacks we've already talked about, how some of the marketplaces don't like them, like eBay doesn't like you doing retail dropshipping, but we've seen them tolerate it. And again, I just want to give you guys full information. We've seen in the past few months, they've really pulled back on enforcing that rule to the degree that they even did enforce it in the past. Probably the biggest hurdle with retail dropshipping right now is we're seeing more resistance from the suppliers themselves. So Amazon to Facebook used to be really, really awesome, dropshipping Amazon to Facebook. But Amazon recently started to crack down on that, saying, hey, we really don't like you dropshipping from us. There are ways around that to kind of deal with that, but that's like extra work for you. It definitely still works. And the reason so many people are attracted to it, why I'm happy to talk about it here on YouTube, is because it creates a very simple, straightforward avenue to get started with dropshipping, to get started with your very first business, to making money online. Wholesale dropshipping is definitely more long-term, more of like a legitimate business, right? If you build those connections with wholesale suppliers, you can take those not only to eBay, but to Amazon, to Facebook. You could start buying inventory from them at a cheaper price and holding it and selling and shipping out yourself. There's a lot of potential there, right? But it's a lot harder to start. Not as hard as most people think, but it's a lot more steps involved than something like retail. So pros and cons of both of them for sure. I really push people to go with wholesale when they find it's a good time for them to do that. But retail is a really simple place to start, and I get it. Hey, what's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. Whenever you want, man. Can I start eBay dropshipping if I'm under 18? You have to do it under a parent's name. You technically, these websites don't let you use them unless you're at least 18 years old. So my good friend Maxwell Carter, he has a YouTube channel. Check him out. Really good YouTube channel. And he started selling on Amazon, not dropshipping, but doing retail arbitrage when he was like 15 or 14 or something. So obviously he did that under his parents' name and then took over the account when he turned 18. Okay, Daniel says, how do you deal with the feelings about quality versus price when dropshipping? Makes it harder to distinguish quality versus... I don't understand your question, to be honest. So maybe you can kind of clarify what you mean by that, because I'm not sure what your question means. Okay. Umar says, I live in Australia. Can I dropship in USA or other countries? You can. There are lots of people who are doing it. There are some extra steps involved. Usually you have to set up a business here in the United States. I'm based here in the United States. I sell in US marketplaces. I'm a US citizen. So I know that puts me at an advantage, but that's also the kind of avenue I took to get here. So that's all I can teach for people in the same boat as me. If you want to do the same thing, you'll have to kind of adapt. But what most people do is they end up starting a business here in the United States and run everything under their business. Yes, true. So coming out with the hard facts here. Jorge says, as a paid user of my Chrome extension lister and AutoDS, neither of them work with Facebook Shops at the moment. That's true. They don't. The only one it's not the only one. The one that I use for Facebook Shops is called FBM Fox. I wouldn't be surprised if AutoDS comes out with a Shops feature in the future. That sounded funny. But for right now, AutoDS only works with Facebook Marketplace. Obviously, it still works with eBay. But for Facebook Shops, we use FBM Fox. I could make a Chrome extension or make my Chrome extension work with Facebook Shops to sell more of it, but it doesn't make sense. I mean, FBM Fox, the way it works, the way Facebook Shops works, you don't need my Chrome extension. I'm not going to sell you guys something you don't need. So just being honest about it. Edward says, I've been selling on eBay since 2012 rather. I want to start, I was going to say 2012, same thing. I want to start dropshipping. What is the cost of the course for beginners? So my course, Edward, is $297. I feel comfortable saying that here because I never changed the price. It was lower when it first came out a while ago, but then I updated it many times. So I've raised the price, but it hasn't been raised in at least a year, even though I've updated it. So it's fully updated, still only $297. And even though I should be saying, hey, I'm going to raise the price in 6 months or raise the price in 2 days, you better buy it now. That's not true. I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. The price is $297. It's probably not going to change. And it's there if you want it. It's down in the description. Awesome. Beginner and want to learn dropshipping? Definitely check out. So the first thing, just kind of dip your toes in, right? Watch a bunch of YouTube videos. Just get an idea for how this works. If you want to take a course, great. But for now, just, get immersed in the community and check out some more of my YouTube videos. Andre says, What should I do after I made a little bit of money from dropshipping? Should I invest in crypto or something else? Great question. And something I've been talking a lot more in this channel about. So I don't want to, this channel is not crypto Paul dropshipping Paul. It's my name. And I did that on purpose because I knew I wouldn't want to talk just about dropshipping for the rest of my life. So I'm very interested in money. I'm very interested in different ways to make money online and investing. So I've been talking a lot more about investments. For you, Andre, the first thing I would do is with any extra money, with money you're making from dropshipping, is pay off any debt. Debt is hugely expensive, so pay that down. Any credit card debt, I should say. Some debt is obviously more manageable, like car loans usually, if you got a good rate, home mortgages, but stuff like credit cards usually terrible debt to have. So pay that down first, and then make sure to get a good savings account for emergencies. So make sure you have a few months of kind of emergency cash in there in case something happens. You have that, and then start investing. And honestly, as boring as it is, the first thing I would invest in is index funds. Extremely boring, not exciting at all, but that's how most people end up actually saving for retirement successfully, by investing in index funds. So if you don't know what those are, I think I've made videos about them before, and I'll make more videos in the future. But basically, they are collections of stocks. So you're buying like a collection of stock is the simplest way to think about it. And there's one, like the ones I love are by a company called Vanguard, and it's the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund and the Vanguard 500, which basically replicates the S&P 500. I would start out by investing in that. Then what I would recommend, again, not financial advice, is take 5% of your investment portfolio, 5%. And that's your play money. That is the money that you're going to risk and invest in higher risk investments. So the S&P, the index funds that I recommended, those have generally returned a good investment year over year over year. And it's generally a safe place. Again, not financial advice, just historically speaking. So you invest your money in there. It's kind of like you set it and forget it kind of thing. And that should grow pretty well over the years using compound interest. But you take that 5%, that's an opportunity for you to play, to learn about investing, invest in some cryptocurrency if you want, invest in some NFTs, whatever it is. And you never know. Some of those could really explode in price. And then you'll really be set going forward. So that kind of be my advice to you, to do it that way. Carlos says, when I see the renew listing button on Facebook Marketplace, should I click on that every time that I can? If it's available to you, Carlos, I would, because renewing a listing generally helps it kind of revive it. And you'll many times see sales happen for that listing immediately after renewing it. So I would definitely do it when it gives you the option, but it's not always going to give you that option, and it will run out. All right, let's power through a couple more. Ed says, listing templates versus plain description for higher sales conversions. I would do plain descriptions. I've tried listing templates and plain, and for some reason I saw plain descriptions do better. I don't know if it has something to do with the kind of the bots that look through listings or what. I'm not sure what message. Colorado's beautiful, but cold as heck. It's actually not always that cold. It's cold right now, but usually it's actually pretty warm here, all things considered. Reagan Profit suggests index funds. Exactly, index funds. All right. Smash the like button. All right. So I'm going to close us down for the week. Thanks to everyone for hanging out with me. Thanks to everyone who gave this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content about making money online and investing. I have some videos coming out this week about the top NFT projects that I am investing in that I think have the potential to 100x over the next couple of years. And I'll have plenty more videos about dropshipping as well. So make sure to join me next week for the next live Q&A. We do them every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Central Time. I always forget about you guys in Central Time Zone. Sorry about that. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next week.